who?
Is he beat me on my shot?
Izzy Stricker. Do you think she knows who you are?
Zero chance. Maybe now.
Did you learn that you told a story about you being 13 and that was before she was even born?
Yeah, that hurt. I signed it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Just for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I appreciate that. Thanks for humoring me.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown. Primetime Warsham across the glass. And for the last time for the foreseeable future, I won't say ever, Chrissy Birdsall with us as well in the Everlight Solar Studio. We'll get to what Chrissy's doing a little bit later in the show.
I thought you were going to say our last time together for a while, too.
It is also our last time together, essentially till September.
Molly.
Matt has to be a professional athlete now.
And Molly has to take an extra long vacation.
Facts.
And
After that golf outing, she earned it.
Yeah, she did. She earned it before the golf outing as well.
Wow.
I am taking a normal vacation next week. So, yes, Molly Brown is out tomorrow through the 18th, or she comes back on the 18th.
Yep.
I am out on Monday for that whole week, my annual trip up north to, like, the Cable area. Rent a cabin up there. It is funny how people are like, oh, you're bringing a camper up there? I'm like, no, I'm not camping for a week. My family, it's going to turn into The Shining. No, like, we're getting a cabin. And there's space, and it's more like a house on the lake.
Is this the cabin that you... No, that's always been when you go out east on, like, spring break, when there's always storms and trees that fall on your house.
Nashville and whatever. This is the cabin we've gone to, I think it's our 5th year in a row, so it almost feels like home. It's just the people kind of hold the price for us. We're able to avoid Airbnb because it was our in-laws told us about it, or my in-laws told me about it, so then we're able to get it without having to do all the Airbnb fees and all that kind of crap. So we just paid direct pricing. They don't raise the price. It's in a nice area. So I always said, like, my wife's like, oh, do we want to visit a different part of up north? Because we like Monaco and Eagle River, and this is more towards Hayward. I'm like, let's just do a different trip if that's what we want to do. Because this is priced so well. It's such an easy trip. It's private lake. We can go fishing, do the whole thing. So that'll be a fun time away. But then we're busy, and there's like a normal. I mean, you can't go from 3,000 square feet to like a camper, which is, 10 square feet, and have a week like that with your family without something, especially. Molly, you can, and Matt, you were a sibling, like, being around in the summer.
I was a sibling.
Well,
Not always sibling,
yes, but like,
also a sibling.
You are currently a sibling, but as a child, in the summer, you usually, by the end of summer, you're about ready to murder your sibling.
For sure.
Like, you need to go back to school, or at least some space from each other.
Even right now, I feel like it.
Yeah, so totally understandable there. I spent my morning in Milwaukee, talked to some good friends at UW Credit Union and Beer Cap, the Molson Coors folks over on the Milwaukee side of things. Everyone asked me how the outing went yesterday. I said, fantastic. But let me tell you about Matt Hamilton almost murdering one of our teammates with a golf ball and also calling Izzy Stricker Bobby Stricker. So thank you, Matt.
Glad you're able to bring that up.
It is one of those things when you have multiple meetings, and then I went to the ESPN Milwaukee office that I'm running into people, and so by the end it was like, all right, let me tell you again, like it's just breaking into like I'm an actor all of a sudden. This is the 8th time I've told this story about it. I embellish a little bit more. Like it was a half an inch away from tattooing John. No, it was like every time that I tell the story. Could have been a tragic ending to the family lineage of John's family, but yes, thankfully it went between the legs.
He avoided it.
Yes.
Holy Toledo! I didn't realize it was that bad.
And it was driver.
It was.
Like, I went to like smoke it, and it just duck hooks, which for me it goes right towards the 8th hole. He's standing next to the tee box, and like Jim said, I yelled 4 right away, and I'm like, they don't hear me. So I'm like waving, and I see John kind of look up, and then he sees it like coming, and does like,
hey, stupid, stop waving at me.
Yeah, he like spreads his legs, and it goes right between his legs. I watch his like facial expression as the ball, like that thing. I probably hit that 140 miles an hour off the cliff because I kind of closed it down, so not as fast as it should be going, but. That ball's a bullet at that point.
How do you
it
know
had
how
smoke on it. Like it could have had flames.
My buddy's got a golf simulator, and we hit golf balls all the time into it, and it gets you all the stats. I can tell you my average spin rate for my driver,
don't.
too.
Cool.
So, yeah, I'll save you that.
Thank you.
You missed the whole discussion about balls yesterday, about which one spins better.
Okay.
Which one was, what would you use? Like
A rock?
Rock, yeah, but I thought you used another term for the Callaway ball. I forgot what it was, or maybe it's a type of ball of Callaway.
Yeah, it was one of Callaway, the Warbird.
Warbird, yeah. So yeah,
Warbird.
How many times I heard Warbird yesterday?
So it's a Callaway Warbird, just the same way that there's different brands.
Isn't that the mascot at like UW Whitewater? Yeah, it's a Warhawk.
Yeah,
close enough.
Either way, we found one of these in the rough, and I threw it back. I was like, put that rock back where it belongs, and I had to explain why. Oh, you found a golf ball. You've lost about a dozen today. Why wouldn't you pick that up, Michael?
Yeah, here's how bougie Matt
ball.
is. Matt just throws it down. I won't name who from Stone Up. One of the doctors like, I'm not picky. I'll take that ball.
That would literally be me. Just add it to my collection in case I ever need extra
I gave
balls.
Matt the ball because he hit his into the rough, and I was like, all right, well, I found a ball. You want this one? He looks at
replace it.
And he's like, nah, and just throws it. And I'm like, well. And then
Here's
the other
so
you get
bougie.
used to a certain golf ball. Like, that one's not going to fly the same. It's not going to go as far or spin the same way. So, like, I can't throw my game off. That's a variable I can control.
Matt's
Why would
very
I throw
particular
that off?
about his balls, and you got to play with
I am.
Yes.
You shouldn't settle.
They got to be softer than the Warbird.
And the spin rate is important.
And the spin rate is important.
Take that for
But I like a soft golf
circumference?
ball.
Yeah.
The dimples, the spin rate, all of it matters.
All of it. Love a good dimple.
He's really got a type, you might say.
Yeah, I do have a type. Strixon Z-Star, baby.
Shout out Strixon.
Yeah, we are completely on the rails. I'll tell you that much right now. You know what, though? We had fun making fun of Matt yesterday. I wake up this morning, and I have my phone basically silent outside of, like, basically my wife and, like, my parents and my brother. Like, that's really only getting through.
Oh,
Not
You
our
said-
group chat
you
winos.
said-
No.
Individually, we get me and Molly.
You
get
guys
through.
are, but not the 11 o'clock to, like, 7 a.m.
Yeah, whenever I
To
text
sleep.
you, it says, wait, this sounds horrible, but whenever I text you, it's like Jim's phone is on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
So that
And
means
you wonder why I dream about Molly.
Yeah.
Because the last thing when I'm brushing my teeth, and because that's usually when I get the text, is
TikTok.
before I'm going to bed, I get a text from Molly. Like, why are you dreaming about Molly? I don't know. It's the last thing I read before I go to bed is something from Molly.
Don't worry, it was a TikTok. It wasn't you up.
what are you wearing, Jim?
Tank top and shorts. The answer is always tank top and shorts.
Tell me about your
People
golf
text me the
balls.
same thing. I'll say tank top. Yes.
Tell me about your Warbirds.
Yeah. How's the spin rate on your ball?
How are your dimples doing?
The ball dimples are great. Matt said they were perfect.
Yep, I did. I regret it
Every
already.
time I go golfing, I have Matt inspect my balls before we go out to make sure these are the ones I want to play with.
Yeah.
And he says absolutely.
And if you need more than two, you're doing it wrong.
Yep, you keep two. Yes, that
Two
is
golf
true.
balls in the bag.
Yes.
You guys are just, remind me to not go golfing with you guys. I swear to God, I'm not investigating any balls.
Fair.
Well,
Honestly, that's fair, especially after this conversation.
especially, yeah, I get it. All right. So I wake up to a text, one from Molly. No, just like my annual midnight text, my evening midnight text from Molly. And then Evan Cohen at 5 something this morning. He's like, you should listen today. I'm like, I hope to God he's not expecting me to be up at 5 something in the morning listening to his show. I love Unsportsmanlike here on ESPN Madison, but 5 a.m. is a tad early to be listening to the show. But I did, and I have been because I felt bad. One thing I want to talk about, Molly, real quick about Unsportsmanlike we're going to get to, because they've done a great job of clipping and using all of our audio, and I'm excited about it. The social media team for Unsportsmanlike does a great job. So in all seriousness, most of the time, I think I just created this habit of I just consume the show by seeing all their videos on social. Because I open up, and by the time I get my phone open in the morning, I'm rolling around 7:30 or whatever. It's like, all right, here's everything, and now I've seen all these videos, and that's kind of how I consume the show. Like, which is a bad habit, but like their social's so good, I end up consuming the show through their socials. And believe it or not, they don't post a lot of socials about Jim, Matt, and Molly until today.
I'm shocked.
So I then text Ryan because I didn't know. So, Ryan, I want to go further into this. And, again, you can stream us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, and you can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app as well. And, Ryan, so I texted you probably, 7:45 or so?
You texted our group chat, yes, the one that you have silenced until 8 a.m. apparently.
No, honestly, the group chat is always unsilent. It's literally just the
That
sleep.
is true. I've never once noticed that in our group chat.
Now, ESPN Madison's group chat, silent.
Yes. Well,
It's
as
too
it
much.
should be. It's 20 people, and there's a lot of random
It's
stuff
just too
going
much
on in there.
self-aggrandizing in there, and, like, I don't
A
care.
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yes, but you texted our group chat asking, all right, so Evan texted me at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
that I should be listening today. What should I be listening for? Well, that's because after we listened to Chris Canny's take on our Jim, Matt, and Molly takeover of Woolley and Tausch on Friday, talking about how he respects Matt LaFleur more than Nick Sirianni, I made sure to take that audio of our reaction, Jim's reaction mainly, send that along to the Unsportsmanlike producer, Pat, who let me know that they would be reacting to it this week, likely on Tuesday. So
Look at Ryan producing.
Man, that A+.
Hey,
Ryan.
yes, absolutely. Because here's the thing.
here's what I'll say. Patrick is the one doing all the work.
I don't know who Patrick is.
But
Stop
you
being humble.
Yeah, you took the initiative to send it out. Honestly, like Ryan is the reason I'm honestly at this point the most hated man on the internet. No, I mean because of the Suarez
people
stuff.
like me.
Apparently, Jesse got in his feelings again about my correct take about the Brewers being too good to brag about beating the Nationals by all those runs. If you want to brag about beating the Braves, at least that's better. The Braves are slightly better than the Nationals. That's fine. But then because I was in the Milwaukee office this morning and someone's like, "Hey, they were talking to you about it." I'm like, "Yeah, on Sportsmanlike." They're like, "No, on Wilde and Tausch." I'm like, "Good God." So I'm getting spread out everywhere. Everyone's mad at me,
People
which
like me.
I'm fine with. I also had a Badger take that, the Badgers back in the day when they used to win 11, 12 games regularly would win like 8 or 9 with this schedule, and the Badger fans get really upset about that too. Which I think is a pretty fair take. You took that.
Would
team-
you tell that to Melvin Gordon?
I would tell it to him. We might disagree. Not Melvin.
Could he
Melvin's
change
teams are
your-
different.
Could he change your mind?
It honestly had more to do with Brett Bielema. And Melvin actually, I feel like a lot of his time was with a little bit of Chris and Barry as well.
I think it's just something with Jim on coaches, because when he talked about Matt LaFleur and he ripped him on Friday's Jim, Matt, and Molly Takeover Wilde and Tausch, sent that along to Pat, and now he mentioned that they would be reacting to it today. So it's funny that Evan texted you at 5 a.m. because I wasn't sure when they would react to it. So I get up at 5:30 every day, and typically I'll get up and start listening or paying attention to
When
what
he
they're
dunks
talking
his
about.
head in the ice water.
Exactly. Yeah.
Goes through his morning routine.
Yeah, is your morning routine on TikTok yet, or
On TikTok? No, we haven't gotten there yet.
Cleans his knives.
We're working
From
on
last night's work.
Yeah, exactly.
hangs the hides, makes the jerky,
Cleans his counter with
puts the
bleach.
lotion on the skin.
So while going through my morning ritual,
Gets his basket back.
I always like to pay attention to what they're talking about on Unsportsmanlike. So I listened and paid attention from like 5:30 to 7 a.m. being like, man, I wonder when they're going to react to this.
Wait, can we pause for a second? I'm
Okay.
excited for this. 5:30?
Yeah,
When do you
that's
go
when
to
I get
bed?
I usually try to get in bed around 10:30.
So are you
Good
not
for
a good
you.
sleeper, or are you just someone that's like a morning person?
I'm a
or-
morning person. I like to get up. I like to start my day, what I need to prepare for, what I need to have that day, and then I like to go work out.
Good for you. I was just curious because, like, I'm more of like a
Matt,
10
stop smiling, okay?
I'm just happy for you. I'm glad that someone on the show is a morning person.
Because, like, I'm up usually, like, during the school year, I'm up earlier. But in the summer, I'll take the advantage of being able to sleep into about 7:30. Now, I'm old, and so, like, whether it's kids waking me up, there's a million different reasons they're going to disrupt my sleep. My wife's a light sleeper / I snore, so sometimes I was woken up getting punched. So, like, there's a million different reasons to, like, be woken up in the night. So I'll go to sleep between 10 and 10:30, and if I can sleep 7:30, great. Usually I wake up 6:30 9 months out of the year. That's kind of my wake-up time.
Okay.
Molly?
I try to wake up around like 4:45 so then I can get to the gym by 6.
Wow.
But lately I have been slacking just because I've been tired.
Slacking.
And what time
Whoa.
do you go
And
to bed?
I haven't been motivating her.
I've been going to bed around 11:30, and then I get woken up probably 2 times by the babies per night. So my sleep is not great. It's not healthy. I need to be better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Matt?
obviously, very rested Matt Hamilton.
Well, apparently
can tell.
I'm very rested compared to these two as well.
Yeah, probably midnight is when I go to bed, and I'll wake up around 8. Then I'll work out, eat some lunch, and then take a nap. So I get about 9.5 hours of sleep a day.
Lucky you.
You wake up, you work out, you eat lunch, you take a nap. You literally do.
No,
You
there's
do
some
2
chores
things
in there.
between
I'll
your
do some
sleep.
chores in there, maybe.
Your
like-
honey-do list.
Yeah, some of the
Okay.
honey-do list, just some of it.
He's not
Because I
even
gotta
like-
save some for after the nap.
He's not even like a high school boy. He's like a middle school boy in the summer. Like he
Yes.
wakes up at
No,
like
this
11.
is all year.
This is all year. Okay, I didn't even mean this. I meant that's how middle schoolers behave in the summer.
Ah,
This is
gotcha.
Matt's
Hey,
year round.
if you work hard enough, you too can live like a child, a middle schooler all year round.
If we all become Olympic athletes, we can all live like that.
And I had
kidding.
the Molly schedule. I don't want to go back to it. If I can get my 8 hours sleep, like that's gonna be my
Yes.
best. 7 is usually that's kind of my normal. But also, I feel like I just got to be in bed more to be able to get the time I'm looking for. I can obviously pull anything off, but if I have my choices now, I'm just like I'll take the sleep when I can get it.
Last night I fell asleep at 9:30 on our couch. I woke up at like 1:30, gave the babies bottles, went back to sleep until literally 7:30 this morning. I was so tired.
That must have been glorious.
I bet.
It was nice. was nice.
All right, now back to
So as you
Ryan's
can
morning
see,
routine.
this is why, as Evan Cohen called us out last week, none of us regularly listen to Unsportsmanlike because most of us aren't awake for it. But I happened to be awake at 5:30 this morning, watching and listening until 7. Didn't realize that Pat, the producer, had sent me an email at 5:37 in the morning of all of them reacting to Jim's take. So I'd been not wasting, you're never wasting time when you listen to Unsportsmanlike 100.5 ESPN.
Smart.
But I had waited that long waiting for them to say, react to this audio, and then I had it the whole time, which is then when Jim texted us. I was like, oh, wait, I was working on kind of preparing it for our show sheet today.
So, yeah, because he was on it with the text back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, a little early for that text.
When
from
I woke
both
up,
of
then I started put stuff on sleep then.
That's also part of why I was waiting to text any of you guys about it, because I'm like, Matt's not even awake.
Because again, it goes back to my wife's a light sleeper, so if I don't have it on sleep, the just the notification, no sound, that will wake her up.
Oh,
you should what's your phone's going? I'm like, all right, if my phone's going off, then something is wrong because it's my brother or my mom or my dad's the only people that can get through in a certain sleep window, and of course Molly.
Savage. That's not true.
I'm kidding, yeah. But that would be bad. 12:30.
Just skip. Just keep going.
Why is your phone lighting up? Oh, it's just Molly. Oh, okay.
It's Chris Canny talking about me on the national radio.
Anyways, so now I'm all day I have not watched any of this. I have not reacted to any of it. But in the last, I swear, 20 minutes, Unsportsmanlike and ESPN Radio have now retweeted some of this. Now I'm getting a little bit anxious because I haven't heard any of it, so I don't know how bad it is.
Credit is to the guy next to me then for that as well. Pablo Iglesias, our social media coordinator here in Madison as well, coordinating all that stuff with Unsportsmanlike's. His peer for Unsportsmanlike.
Great.
Dude, we are an army for you, Jim.
Yes.
We are just out here getting clicks for you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
So let's get to the.
So we'll get to it on the other side, I think. We can react
Yeah,
to
you know
all...
what? You're a good producer. We'll let you do it. But let me tell you about Canopy Wealth Management. They are a fee-based advisory firm. They don't chase commissions and never back gimmicks or instruments that chase single-day returns or put your long-term goals at risk. The team at Canopy creates strategies that are tailored to your needs. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, and clarity aren't just buzzwords. They're a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today. That's canopy-wealth.com. We'll get Unsportsmanlike's reaction to my hot take on Friday. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So, random Marlin player, Dan Ugla.
All that's going through my head right now is UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
I'll give you another one real quick before we get to our side of the poll question.
You ugla. You ugla.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Get ready for the ultimate Saturday night at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Join us for the all-new Queen of Hearts drawing at 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. This is your chance for royal glory. When your name is drawn, choose the right card and you could win a life-changing jackpot, up to $150,000. The longer the Queen stays hidden, the bigger the jackpot grows. Let's Hard Rock with the Queen of Hearts only at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison. Find the Metro family of auto dealers online or see them in person on the east side of Madison today.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
So I'm not going to sit here and crown Nick Sirianni because they went on a magic carpet ride run. I'm not going to do it. Conversely, what Matt LaFleur has done, what I've seen in Green Bay, transitioning from a legendary quarterback in Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love and keeping that succession of 30-plus years of outstanding quarterback play going in Green Bay is impressive. So, yeah, I got a bank full of respect for Matt LaFleur in terms of his program building. A ton of it.
You guys know I've been loving my results from Carbon World Health as I've gotten a couple of hydrofacials done. My skin is absolutely glowing. Their brand new state-of-the-art location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center is phenomenal. They have literally everything you can imagine at their med spa. Laser treatments, injectables, body contouring, vitamin drips, and so much more. Head over to carbonworldhealth.com to learn more and get started on your health and wellness journey today.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton. Chrissy Birdsall with us in the Everlight Solar studio. Primetime war shine behind the glass. You heard Chris Canty's original take that I reacted to, and if I recall my reaction, it was essentially things have fallen off. The Packers have leveled down since Aaron Rodgers has left.
So I actually have the video and the audio that they played of you on Unsportsmanlike.
So I do want to get to that in a second, but I thought to get in front of this, we could throw out a poll question and then accumulate some answers, and then we'll kind of come back to it. So, Carbos Talking text line 844-770-3776. List is more. Our siding limited poll question I want to get out now, and then we'll get into our interaction via social media with the Unsportsmanlike crew. Have the Packers, as a franchise, leveled down since going from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love? And I think the answers are yes or no. The rest of the NFC North, or the rest of the NFC has gotten better. I think those are the two options I put on there. Well, yeah, but we're doing a radio show. Answer the question.
Do I have to have an opinion?
Molly Brown.
Fatality.
Whoa. What was that? Have an opinion.
There it is.
Thank you.
It was a fatality, too, I thought. I thought he got you.
Okay, gotcha. Do you want me to answer this question, or do you want to go to this audio?
Let's get to the audio now. I just wanted our fans to start answering
okay.
it.
All right, so as Jim was saying, this was the reaction that he had to Chris Canty's original take, which they listened back to on Unsportsmanlike this morning.
It's good, but this is not sustained success. They have leveled down since Aaron Rodgers has left. They went from NFC Championship games with Aaron Rodgers, so that's not sustaining success. They have leveled down. Now, if you want to tell me you believe in Matt LaFleur bringing them back up, fine, but we were looking at the facts. It is back-to-back third-place seasons for the Green Bay Packers in the division, continually getting their ass kicked by the Detroit Lions, and then also being the last team in the playoffs the last 2 years, and they are 1-2 in the playoffs. Those are also parts of the facts. So I'm not saying Matt LaFleur isn't a great coach. I'm not saying the Packers can't climb. I think number 10 is just fine because that allows them to continue to climb back up and prove it. But I also think it's fair to question. I think it's fair to point out that it has not been elite since Aaron Rodgers has left.
So, Jim, you said there's something you want to correct there?
Yeah, I did. It's 2 out of the last 3 seasons they finished 3rd place. They believe leapfrogged the Vikings at the very end to make the playoffs 2 years ago. So that's a mistake on my part. So, but anyways, all right, let's hear the rest.
All right, so this
was
was
the reactions then.
This was the initial reaction from Michelle Smallman, noted Packers fan on Unsportsmanlike. Here was what she had to say to Jim's take just now.
I think it would be pretty shocking if Jordan Love stepped in and immediately was like a 4-time MVP and a Super Bowl champion. Aaron Rodgers, as we always qualify, is one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. People always say he's one of the best throwers of the football, if not the best thrower of the football that we've ever seen. He was amazing with the Green Bay Packers. And I think Jordan Love was pretty good when he stepped in. Had a winning record, went to the playoffs, beat the Dallas Cowboys at home, pushed the San Francisco 49ers to the brink, the team that ultimately went on to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. What happened last year? You still won double-digit games, even though your quarterback is hurt throughout the season. His mobility is affected. His footwork is compromised. And they still go to the playoffs, and they lose to the Philadelphia Eagles, the eventual Super Bowl champions. So there is a calibration period that's going to have to happen, but I don't think that we need to sound the alarm when it comes to Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love.
And I'm not sounding the alarm, but again, factually, he did not win.
That's such semantics.
No, it's not.
I understand that
you're honestly insane trying to fight it otherwise.
You're insane for saying that a football team that makes the playoffs.
Matt,
this guy
stop.
wasn't on the team for 2 games, so it doesn't count for his win
Matt,
total.
you honestly sound you're really good at stuff, but this is the dumbest take you have. You're the starting quarterback for a team. You don't play. You don't get the record. Go to NFL.com. Go to ESPN.com. He does not have credit.
He didn't win the game for him.
He did not have credit for the wins. As a quarterback, you have a wins and loss stats. He does not have it.
That is a
fact. It's not parsing anything.
As a team, they had double-digit wins, which is totally fair to say.
Yes,
Jordan Love, you are a part
that.
of that team, but he did not lead them to those.
And her
couple
case
wins.
is about Michelle Smallman's case is about Jordan Love having the same amount of wins as he did the year before. That is false. Now, again, I admitted I screwed something up earlier, so I'm not getting on Michelle Smallman for that. But we do need to be factual that Jordan Love won 9 games last year. Malik Willis won 2. Because you know what Malik Willis wants to do and his agent's going to do? And you know what Packer fans love to do? We won 2 games with Malik Willis as our starting quarterback. You can't claim that and then also claim that Jordan Love won 11 games. And not Michelle Smallman's doing that. And I get the calibration part of it. My whole thing is Jordan Love was the same damn player he was last year as he was the year before. Maybe even a little bit worse last year.
I will also say, too, later on in their show, Michelle Smallman did say, and it wasn't even in terms of this conversation. They were just having a separate conversation about Jordan Love versus, the other quarterbacks in the NFL and where he ranks, essentially. They did end up saying, she did end up saying, this is the last year, last year was the last year of excuses. There are no more excuses. Last year there was obviously, and I know she kind of took our take, Matt. I'm going to say our take. I literally thought that in my head. I was like, did Michelle Smallman just take my take? But it's not that crazy of a take.
Take my take.
But last year was the last year of making excuses. So the injuries, you don't get to rely on that anymore. You don't get to rely on being anything less than what you're essentially being paid to be as an elite quarterback.
And again, I don't have a problem with Michelle's take. And again, that's sort of 11. Again, from afar, you're doing things quickly. As I just said earlier, that it was 2 out of the last 3 years the Packers have finished third. One of those years with Aaron Rodgers. Saying 11 wins with Jordan Love, I get why you would do that. But in no way, shape, or form would anyone, including the NFL statisticians, give Jordan Love the credit not being the starting quarterback and not playing in those games for those 2 wins.
Isn't part of her take also not that Jordan Love necessarily won those 11 games?
But she said Jordan Love.
True, but so she's also, the bigger point she's making is about Matt LaFleur.
If that part, the LaFleur part of it's fine. I'm just saying again, she said Jordan Love.
And
That's
if
all
anything,
true.
And
I wasn't fine with it. Matt's the one that had to ride or die with an insane take that has no basis in reality.
I just feel like you're parsing it.
I'm not parsing it. The Packers won 11 games. Jordan Love, there's a QB statistic that has the amount of wins he has. And he doesn't have those wins. But just like if Jacob Mizorowski pitches 4 innings and is amazing, and the Brewers are up 2-0, he doesn't get a win because the rules say and the stats say you have to go at least 5. So I'm not parsing. I'm just living in the world that we all exist.
It's just one of those
living in the world where we all.
It's a
real fact.
Throw out. It is a fact.
It's not nitpicky. It's not nitpicky.
It is.
It's a factual one.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not factual. I'm saying it's nitpicky.
No, it's not. Oh, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
you're completely wrong. It's
Brian,
it's
settle the argument. Brian.
Our wins and
Who's
losses
right? Who's
nitpicky.
right? Who's right?
Our wins and losses nitpicky.
I think Michelle Smallman was right.
No, I don't care about Michelle Smallman. I'm not talking about Matt. I know. Yeah,
Jim.
that's not
Jim.
a nitpick. Wins and losses are not nitpicky.
Ryan.
No, you're correct. But I think part of what she was saying, especially for...
You're right.
I get what you're saying about the Matt LaFleur stuff, which, if anything, the stats that she was giving, that bolsters the argument that Matt LaFleur is a good coach because he won two games with a backup quarterback that everybody thought was a nobody.
That's a great argument. Instead of getting bogged down,
Totally.
Don't ever talk bad about my quarterback. He won 11. You said, hey, the Packers won 11. The case was about Matt LaFleur, and that's the case to be made. That's a hell of a good argument.
For what it's worth, I don't think that Jordan Love is Matt Hamilton's quarterback, though. He still is fully on board of Aaron Rodgers.
No, I'm just thinking of it as a person who plays on a team. If I don't play in 2 games of a round robin, I don't say, of the 9 games, we went undefeated, but I only played in 7.
How many games
Can
have the Brewers won this year?
I finish my thought, Jim?
No, because it's stupid. How many games have the Brewers won this year? How many games? 64?
What does this
Jacob
have to do with
Mizorowski have
it?
64 damn wins this year?
He didn't play in all
Okay,
those
does
games.
Jose Quintana have 64 wins this year?
He does not.
Thank you. It is the facts of this sport. We track wins and losses. You do not track wins and losses in curling.
Yes, you do.
Not for a player.
Yeah. Okay, because there's not. It doesn't matter
but
to
in the
a player.
NFL, they
to
track,
a player, you get the win or you don't. Whether you're playing or not, your team won.
Matt,
you
the
won.
NFL statistics track it.
Okay,
Official
the nerds
stats.
in the computer room can track
Matt, that's not nerds. That is facts. The NFL players get paid off of that. Curling do you have a starter? Is John Schuster
Just move on, Jim. I'm over this conversation with you right now. I don't care.
You do care.
Stop asking the questions because we can move on and talk about can't you stay.
Does John Schuster have a record, or does Team Schuster have a record? Team Schuster? Yes? Don't call me nitpicky when this is a wins and losses argument. And I got the win. Because I didn't swear. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Clinky Cleaners has been in business for over 65 years, and they've had document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems for right around 30 years. CFO Sean Young explains why.
Probably the best thing about James Imaging that's worked for us is they're reliable, they're dependent, they always make things easy for us.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and local people who make doing business easy.
They're quick to come whenever we need them, point out lots of simple things for us to try to save us some money and save us time and eliminate headaches.
So Sean, the bottom line of having business technology from James Imaging Systems?
I just appreciate the work that James Imaging has done for us. They're always looking out for our best interests.
James Imaging Systems. Make it easy, save money, eliminate headaches. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Coming September 2nd to ESPN Radio, The Rich Eisen Show.
He is none other than the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders. Look at you, humbleness.
The Rich Eisen Show.
None other than Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. How you doing, Jordan? Good to see you.
Good, Rich. How you doing?
Happy to have you back, Steve Sarkisian.
Appreciate you having me on, Rich.
Rich Eisen, coming September 2nd on ESPN Radio, ESPN Plus, and on Disney Plus. Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Jason, quick
you
question.
You are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because my point, well, is this Matt Hamilton?
Okay. Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
Do you have a question for Jason, or how is he supposed to respond to this?
He asked the questions to me. No bad.
By hanging up.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey, Wisconsin sports fans, it's almost that time of year again. Football season is right around the corner. On August 20th, the fantasy football draft is back as the ESPN Wisconsin team takes over the Potawatomi Sportsbook for another exclusive event. Call to join the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy League and go head-to-head with the Jim, Matt, and Molly crew as you draft your championship team. We're talking free food, great prizes, and the full VIP experiences, all for fans 21 and up. Callers number 3 and 4. Can I do callers right now, Ryan? I think we can, right? We're good?
We can do a couple callers,
okay.
Yeah.
Callers number 3 and 4 will be the winner, will win a spot in the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football League with us. Callers number 3 and 4, 844-770-3776.
We are thrilled to be joined by Jason Wilde. And Jason, apparently earlier today, I made the big time. I got on Unsportsmanlike with my take from last Friday, responding to Chris Canty, saying that he's not a believer in Nick Sirianni. He thinks that LaFleur, he's done a great job with the Packers, and they've maintained everything since Aaron Rodgers has left. And I said, look, they've leveled down since Aaron Rodgers has left. They've been the last team in the playoffs. They've won 1 playoff game. They've lost 2. They've been the 7th seed the last 2 times. They haven't won the division. They're basically been owned by the Detroit Lions over the last 3 seasons, which would include Aaron Rodgers in there. And Aaron Rodgers last year, they also finished 3rd. So I kind of said, I don't know. I think LaFleur has kind of leveled down since peak Aaron Rodgers, or at least the Green Bay Packers have, and they have to kind of figure out a way to come back up. And we had, Chris Canty reacted to this on Unsportsmanlike, and I think Ryan, who's also taking phone calls, we did a lot to him right now, is going to play the audio for us if he can get the phone unhooked from his wire on his headphones. So then, Jason, you can react to all this.
He's the best.
Yeah, Jim gonna have to miss me all the way with what he talking about. Matt LaFleur has been the only constant over the last half dozen years with the Green Bay Packers. Remember, when he took over in 2019, the franchise was transitioning away from Ted Thompson to Brian Gutekunst as the lead executive. They're now transitioning to a new team president from Mark Murphy to Ed Policy. And then, oh, by the way, we're turning over the entire roster, including a 4-time MVP and a Super Bowl champion in Aaron Rodgers. So when we start talking about how they've leveled down, they haven't leveled down as much as they have just turned over the roster and gotten a lot younger, which is what every team has to go through. And in the midst of that, Matt LaFleur has been able to maintain a level of competitiveness. I praise him for being able to do that, to be able to navigate all of that change throughout that franchise and still put a winning product on the field.
And that all came because ESPN had the Packers as the 10th-ranked coaching staff in the NFL. I said that was fair. I said that I think he has a lot to prove. You can still have hope that Matt LaFleur can level it back up, but you have to keep him behind someone like Nick Sirianni, who, I don't know, just won the Super Bowl. So, Jason, is 10 fair for the Packers coaching staff, and is it fair to say that, like, on the surface, the franchise has leveled down since Aaron Rodgers left the franchise? That doesn't mean they can't level back up.
Hi.
Hey,
Thanks
Jason.
for having me on.
Yes.
Are you sure you're done?
I'm done.
Okay. We had this conversation on Friday when you guys took over Wilde and Tausch, and I agreed with Chris Canty then, and I agree with him now. I think you can make the argument that obviously the Packers as a franchise have leveled down, but I mean, I don't know how you can say that it's LaFleur necessarily, right? Like, if you build a roster and you have this 3 to 5 year plan that Goody has, and he goes as young as he has gone, isn't it possible that the general manager has leveled down as he's turned over the roster, as Chris put it, and that Matt LaFleur is still a good coach? Like, obviously, you're a much better coach when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback, and oh, by the way, a Hall of Fame wide receiver, right? Devontae Adams, I think, is going to end up if Sterling Sharp made it into the Hall, Devontae Adams sure as heck should. So my issue with that is what evidence do you have to say that LaFleur has leveled down? If anything, if you'd have been to practice in 2020, 2021, or 2022, you'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe how good this Jordan Love guy is, because when I saw him at practice, he kind of stunk. So, if anything, maybe he's leveled up the quarterback that took a while to develop and has done a good job. Now, that doesn't mean he should escape criticism. Last year, they did not have good enough offensive answers. And the fact that he was talking about being sloppy at the end of the year, that he was talking about how guys need to win their one-on-ones, like that to me says that you have not done a sufficient job getting these young guys to play the way you need them to. But I'm Chris Canty all the way on this. I don't have any interest in ever having a strong opinion enough to make it on the Unsportsmanlike, so that's great for you. But I totally agree with him. I don't see this as a LaFleur problem. And I don't even see it as a Goody problem. What I see it as is a version of what he said, which is basically, look, they rebuilt the roster. You're right about them being the 7th seed. Like, without that 7th seed that was instituted in 2021, I'd be very curious to see how both the coach and the general manager would be viewed, considering that they would be going into their 4th season on a 3-year playoff-less streak, 22, 23, and 24.
Jason, how concerned should fans be about Nate Hobbs and his knee injury?
Well, I would certainly hope that fans have more important things to actually be concerned about than an NFL player's knee. But look,
it's
ideal,
important.
Right?
Like, the cornerback position is one of the more concerning positions on this Packers roster.
Yeah, I'm more worried about finding your ring than I am about his knee.
That makes me feel good as a Packers fan then.
Okay.
Now, I will say this, the narrative that is now being pushed is, well, he'll be ready for the opener. Maybe he will. He could be ready for the opener, but that doesn't necessarily mean he will be ready for the opener. So I think we got to be a little bit careful about replacing, hopefully, with likely or will be ready for the first game. And Molly, to your point about it being a concerning position, there you're 1,000% right. If you're a Packers fan, and I used this when I did something for Channel 3 on TV the other night. Like Brian Gutekunst said it when they released Jair. He said, "I feel really good about our top 3 corners." That's great, but that only works if your top 3 corners stay healthy all year. And now you're down to 2. And that still works. If Nate Hobbs isn't ready for the opener, they can go Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon outside, and Javon Bullard, who played a bunch of slot last year, as the nickel guy. They can do that. But I am curious to see if Amon-Ra St. Brown lines up in the slot and eats Javon Bullard's lunch. Mm-hmm. And if that happens, they're probably not going to win.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely concerning as a Packer fan. Molly, I am concerned about that, Jason. So when you asked, is that the biggest thing Packer fans have concern about? That is definitely up there on my list. Obviously, no news with the Elton Jenkins contract situation, but how's the offensive line look currently at practice right now?
Well, I did not go to practice today, but I heard rave reviews. Look, I think the Jordan Morgan piece is the part that now, if you guys want to be concerned about stuff, that would be the next thing to be concerned about, because he did not, in my opinion, look very good on family night on Saturday night. Lucas Van Ness had his way with him a little bit. And if Rasheed Walker, I always get a kick out of this. It's kind of like, no, I'm not going to say that about Jesse. That would just be mean about Jake that I'm not on.
On this show, we refer to Jesse Nelson having resting snack face. You really can't say anything meaner than that, Jason.
Savage.
No, I'm going to take the high road, me and Denny Green.
Okay.
But I would just say that Rasheed Walker had one of the best nights on family night, and he didn't even participate.
Okay.
Because, and look, and I said this to Tausch this morning too, Jordan Love has looked really good from a mobility standpoint, but you don't want him having to move as much as he did because Lucas Van Ness was beating Jordan Morgan as frequently as he did in 11-on-11. So, and in fairness to Jordan Morgan, the guy played 6 games last year. He had a bad shoulder injury that required surgery. The games he did play in the NFL, he played at guard, not left tackle. He's trying to get back his left tackle legs from his college and high school days because that's the only place he had ever played. But, I went into this thinking that Rasheed Walker would be the starter and he would hold off this challenge from Jordan Morgan, and then Jordan Morgan would be the 6th man who would go in if any of the starting 5 go out. And so I still think that's going to be the case, but it is possible that, he had a rough family, and I've seen guys do that before where they played poorly in a preseason game or played poorly on family night, and then the next couple of weeks they were really good and they won a job. So I'm not ruling him out, but the signs were not encouraging, and you would have liked to have seen him play better, unless, of course, you're Rasheed Walker, who is probably very happy about the fact that he played kind of meh.
Jason, with the Packers and Jordan Love, they talked about having to run the football or having him maybe make some plays with his feet more, and we've talked before about the offense being almost boom or bust. And we heard on the Mina Kimes podcast earlier, and I've seen this a few times, that it feels like every big play that Jordan Love has made, it's been off of that back foot. He's got the arm. Maybe it's not the best mechanics, but he's got the arm and the physicality to pull it off. How much has Jordan grown from, I would imagine it's something they've been trying to coach out of him forever, of like, hey, let's make the big throws and the big plays in rhythm with the offense, because it does feel like every big play he has, it's him doing something spectacular. But I think that LaFleur and the coaching staff, if you looked at the best 8 games he played, Jordan Love probably only had to do that once or twice a game, and every other time he just gave what the offense was designed for him. So are the Packers still trying to get him to be someone that can be more on time in the offense, and could that improve his overall completion percentage and honestly the boom or bust nature of the Packers offense?
I think that's important, right? I think, he's also throwing balls off his back foot, like the interception in San Francisco, one of them in Philly. Like, Tom Clements and Matt LaFleur and Mike Sherman and Mike Holmgren and Mike McCarthy. There's a reason why all these guys that have come through here, who either have quarterback coaching backgrounds or offensive backgrounds, want you to throw with great footwork, and because you're more accurate that way. And so, I don't know about percentage-wise how often his big plays resulted from him improvising and throwing off his back foot, but that should be in case of emergency, break glass type scenario. Like he does, I think you could probably argue that he did it too often. Mm-hmm. And even if the results are good, he threw one of those on Saturday night and it ended up being incomplete, but it could have been intercepted. Like I don't. If I'm his coach, I don't want him doing that. I'm definitely trying to, like you said, coach that out of him, unless it's scenarios where you got nothing to lose, or it's fourth down, and you have to try and make a play because you're going to give up the ball one way or another. Those types of things. I think I will say this. I thought because there's another component to that, which is creating space in the pocket or getting out of the pocket with the intention of still throwing, not running, and then still getting into good footwork when you make the throw so it's more accurate, right? Like, it's kind of like us growing up watching basketball, and, I want to hit the fadeaway three-pointer where I look really cool, but I don't use textbook form. But you know what I really want to do? I want to make the shot. And it's more likely if I use good form that it's going to go in. And so in his case, he's capable of that. And in certain instances, certainly you want to do that. But the more important thing is, get the ball out on time, in rhythm. And then if you have to extend the play, great. And, not that he's Aaron Rodgers by any stretch at this point. But, the one thing that Aaron Rodgers, I would argue, did too frequently toward the end, and I think his offensive lineman would agree with me, was pass up plays that are there to extend the plays in hope of getting bigger plays. Like, it's one thing if all you got is a throwaway. I get that. But if there's if there's check downs, if there's intermediate routes, and you're extending the play because you want Cobb or Nelson or Adams or Lazard to create some space, don't do that. Like, take what they give you, and then maybe the next play will be a big play, or maybe you'll get them, to jump off sides and have a free play, or 12 men on the field and have a free play. But it did seem like toward the end there, Rodgers, was always looking for the extended big play, and I don't think Jordan is guilty of that, but I would definitely say, hey, there are going to be times when that's what you need to do, but let's not always do that. Like, let's take the check down to Tucker Kraft. It's going to get you 7 yards on 2nd and 9, and so now we got a 3rd and 2 instead of trying to make magic happen and throwing off your back foot. And it looks really cool, but you also just threw an interception.
Jason, great stuff as always. This is actually the last time that me, Matt, and Molly will be doing a show until September. So hopefully you enjoyed the last time with the three of us for a month.
I guess, sort of I did. Why? Everyone's got different time off, or what?
Yeah, so Molly's going to...
Hamilton's...
Yeah, Matt's just, he's curling. Molly's going on vacation. I'm going on a separate vacation, and we're both out next week. Going to make sure we're clear on that one.
Thank you.
After we reveal that Molly texts me like 11:30 most nights. So Molly's going to Arizona. I'm going up north, and Matt is curling. So we are all out next week, and then Matt's just got curling the rest of the way.
Then I'll be in Europe.
That was a great clarification, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, I'm really, because you compound losing wedding rings and then late night calls.
Right. You add it all together.
People are gonna start to talk.
Yeah.
We go to Ruth's Chris sometimes for the show too. It can make it real weird.
Yeah. So.
If I see you guys at a Coldplay concert, all bets are off.
All right, now it's awkward. Bye, Jason.
All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Thank you.
Be good, Molly. All right, Matt, tell us about Liney's.
Well, Leinie's is fantastic. It's Wisconsin beer, baby. It's got that German-inspired brewing tradition made right here in this great state of Wisconsin. They got these year-round specials that you won't want to miss out on. There's the Leinie Lodge Lime, which is a fantastic lime beer. They've got the Tropical Hazy IPA, the Summer Shandy, Lakeside Cherry, the Juicy Peach, Honey Vice, Berry Vice, and Leinie's Original, and they are all amazing. Leinie's has a flavor for every moment. You can get it wherever you get delicious beers, but remember, you got to be 21 years or older to enjoy Leinie's.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So since I didn't go to college, can I just claim one, like Wisconsin?
We should campaign for schools in the state of Wisconsin to give Matt free stuff.
All the UW schools. Whoever gives Matt the most amount of free stuff is who Matt will pick.
Yeah, that's a good
that
point.
is true.
Who wants to give me an honorary degree?
Where would you take your honorary degree from?
Literally anywhere. Literally anywhere. Clown school.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. New OC Jeff Grimes impacting Wisconsin's offensive unit before kickoff. A hands-on tactic, keeping tabs with each position group in every single room. Offensive lineman Riley Molman taking notice and recognizing the difference it's made.
Coach Grimes has been awesome. I mean, it's really that he's not with a specific position. He's really free to help coach every position. So you're kind of hearing a little bit from him in the O-line room. Then he goes to tight ends, QBs, and he's really sharing his knowledge and sharing the love around kind of the whole offense, which I think helps make it a more cohesive group.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Matt Hamilton here for Leinekugels, the craft beer that showcases a commitment to tradition and quality, founded in 1867 in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. No matter where I'm at, on the ice, on my boat, or if I'm just watching the big game, I always have a Leinie's in my hand. Whether it's the refreshing Summer Shandy, the smooth Honey Vice, or my personal favorite, the Juicy Peach, there's a delicious flavor for every moment. Pick it up wherever you get delicious beer, but remember, you gotta be 21 years or older to enjoy.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Bruner Realty and ESPN Madison have teamed up again for the 5th annual Putts for Pups golf outing benefiting the Dane County Humane Society. Join us for a day of golf at Blackhawk Country Club on September 19th. Since it started in 2021, Putts for Pups has raised over $120,000 for the Dane County Humane Society. Donate or find out how you can get involved at putsforpups.com. Putts for Pups is proudly sponsored by Badgerland Exteriors, Alts Operations, Zimbrick Automotive, and Vortex Optics.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now.
A little Florida or Flowrider, however you want to. Flowrider. It's spelled Florida.
It is. It's
Yes.
yes,
But
it is.
but if you say Flowrida, that's how you spell Florida, not Flowrider.
I said Florida. Florida. Sorry. Florida.
Yes, thank you.
I know him as Florida. Us Floridians know him as Florida. I was a Floridian for a long time. Florida Jim.
That
Do you call me Florida
Do
Jim?
people actually call him Florida? No. There's
messing
no
with
way.
you.
I was like, there's no way, dude. That's stupid.
You didn't even live in Florida. What do you even know? You know, our wins and losses, quarterback stat?
Hey,
No.
let's
Matt
not
Hamilton.
start. Don't start.
Jim Rutledge. I just want to get Molly upset then, too. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you in the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. Before we get to a goodbye for now, look at this. Why is Pablo standing here with good luck, Chrissy? We're going to a happy hour. They're going to see her for the next 2 hours. Why are they holding up a sign now?
Because they're going to be like, Good Morning America.
But if they
that's our window.
But
Yeah.
Behind me.
Oh, they're barely on camera. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, don't hate the appreciation for Chrissy.
No, I love the appreciation for Chrissy. I didn't understand the logic behind Pablo and Jesse. I'll be honest, I just got triggered when I saw Jesse over there. All right, so what the hell is Jesse Nelson doing here? Before we do any of that, though, Matt, tell us about Odyssey.
Oh my gosh, I made an Odyssey dish just the other day. It was amazing. So the big thing for me right now is summer is going too quick. I'm not trying to waste my time cooking too long in the kitchen if I don't have to. And this Odyssey recipe was perfect. It's cherry tomatoes, a little bit of garlic, and a brick of Odyssey delicious feta into a baking dish, 420 for 20 minutes, and mix in your favorite pasta, and you're done. There is literally hardly any prep time to it. It's easy, it's quick, it's delicious, it tastes fresh. Bonus points if you throw a little basil on at the end. And it all starts with that delicious Odyssey feta made right here in Wisconsin, made with locally sourced milk by award-winning cheesemakers. Go check out Odyssey and get your Greek on with Odyssey feta.
I like that. Get your Greek on.
Yeah.
That's the other style.
That's what I've been going for.
Yes, Matt Hamilton there. So Chrissy Birdsall, she's been a great part of the ESPN Madison team. Started as an intern, has been working with us on a part-time level as well. Unfortunately, she's going to be, we'll call it like a farewell or goodbye for now, because maybe she'll end up back in Madison.
It's not a
good
goodbye,
karma.
so we'll see you later.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. But
she got called up to the bigs.
Yep.
No, you're just like pooping on our own show.
I mean, she's going to
she's getting a full-time
She's
job.
getting a very exciting opportunity. We don't have to denigrate ourselves for it.
All right,
but
Matt,
Chrissy's
you're
getting a great,
kind of annoying.
a great opportunity. Chrissy, tell us about your opportunity.
Yeah, so I'm going to be working with the Orlando Magic in the next month, working on the radio team with some production and some on-air content. And yeah, it'll be really exciting. Get to see some Bucks games when they play the Magic. Hopefully the Magic win. No offense, guys. But that should be good.
Looking pretty good for you guys.
Sorry, guys.
They take her job away. We heard you on the radio in Wisconsin before you left. You said you wanted the Bucks to win. Well,
I bet the Magic. Did I say the Bucks?
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You've already transitioned your fandom.
You've gone full Matt Hamilton. You just sell out. But when you're working for a team, you definitely should be like, I am a huge fan of whatever team I work for. Now, if you have a worthless piece of paper that says you're an owner, well, you can do what you want to do. But like, if you're a actual employee of a team, that's a we. That's one of those few times it's alum of a school. Mm-hmm. And when you're working for a team, so now you get to go with the we. I think you get that forever now with Magic. You also get that now forever with ESPN Madison.
That's true.
You know, once a Badger, always a Badger.
Mm-hmm.
Once ESPN Madison team member, always a ESPN Madison team member. So, Christy, thanks so much for how much you've done. With the show. It's been fun seeing you grow. It'll be sad to see you go, but I'm going to try to continue to do like a Billy Madison sort of poem. You go. The tears are going to flow. No.
Do you have any tips for her living in Florida? Florida Jim?
She's living in a different part of Florida than I lived in.
Florida's Florida.
It is not. There are different parts of Florida. The West Coast is more Midwest. The East Coast is more East Coast, folks. And Central Florida is the deep south. So like it's like Floridians in Orlando area.
Lovely.
I would say do everything you possibly can because Orlando's a little bit like Green Bay. There's a lot of franchises and chain restaurants and all that kind of stuff. Do your best to find as many local people as possible and try to just embrace the actual local culture. So find the locals so they can tell you where the actual good bars are, where the actual good restaurants are, where the good places to go, where the beaches are at, the best way to get to the beaches. Because it'll be tough for you to find them, but there'll be some nice beaches there, and you're going to have a great time down there. So that would be my advice. And also, don't come back. It's really warm down there, and it's really sunny, and winters are awful. So stay in the south.
Unless you want to come back to ESPN Madison, then you can come back.
There's ESPN West Palm
Don't
down
hang
there.
out by the water's edge too much. Dangerous.
What does that mean?
Gators everywhere in Florida. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that would be my fear.
The rule I learned, and Jim, you can verify this, is if there's a body of water, there's a gator in it. That's what I was told.
You know what?
Yeah,
that's terrifying.
Fair. Yeah. That was what I took away when I first went down there. They were like, don't go in the lakes, don't go in any of this. I'm sure the ocean's fine.
There's
Jim.
They can deal in
They
some
can
salt
go in
water.
salt
The
water.
ocean is amazing. I miss the ocean is more than I miss anything else.
I'd say if you're in the salt water, just stay away from the mangroves and on the beach, and you'll be fine.
Sounds good. Do you guys have any advice for me adulting? That's the one thing I'm looking for.
Yes.
Well, why is Matt talking?
No, I actually had a thought about this earlier today. I was going to
Is this
say.
when you were sleeping until 11? Or?
Yeah. Right when I woke up around 11:15. As far as like, you've got a career now. You're going to be moving forward with a full-time job. Renting is such a waste of money. As soon as you think you can buy something because the value of it is only getting better.
My guy, you want her to buy a house when she doesn't even
Or
start
a
her
condo.
full-time?
Wait, no,
Do you
no.
know?
No,
how
I said as soon as she can.
But wait, hold on.
I didn't say do it immediately. That's my adult.
In Florida, the insurance rates for owning anything because of hurricanes are insane. Most Floridians would tell you don't own anything because you
That's
have
crazy.
to pay you wouldn't know that. Because you don't know that. But down there, you have to pay an insane amount of money for hurricane insurance. / a lot of times you can't even get insured, so you just own a house. And if a hurricane comes, you're just hoping that you get assistance from the government. Good luck.
Yeah, I just remember paying 5
No,
years
you're right.
of rent.
You're right.
And being like, that's the same as my mortgage.
You're right.
And now I own something tangible.
Yes.
All right, so own a house, but don't own a house. Got it.
No.
Yeah, you got some real
Prepared.
conflicting
No,
advice here.
it's really good life advice, but Florida specifically really makes sure you're looking in the cost of your insurance and if you actually get insured.
That's crazy. That's good to know if I ever end up moving to Florida. My advice is to continue to bust your ass like you are, which is great. But I'll also pay off your credit card statement every single month because debt racks up real quick.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Yeah, you guys are all got monetary advice.
That is what being an adult is
Yeah.
paying your bills and making sure you pay them on time.
Figuring out cash.
As someone who's just about to turn 26, at Chrissy's age of 22, 23, Chrissy, how old?
22.
22, I had no idea what to do with money, period. And I don't think, and I still don't, as we know about my dating life and
Trying to buy asparagus.
Just ask about the asparagus.
You should buy a house, Ryan, even though you have a credit card limit that you can only exceed to $200 a day.
Buy a $500 house.
What I would say is mine's more career advice. Continue to ask on. Just say yes to the opportunities that come your way and ask on. And then the money will take care of itself because if you do well, you'll make money and then you'll continue to be asking on. And you'll be working so much you won't be able to spend it otherwise. That's what I did in Florida. I was working like 70 hours a week for ESPN West Palm /scout.com/ going to school that when was I spending money?
Yeah.
Slash
you
being
didn't have time to
bartender
screw
too,
up.
right?
Right, exactly.
I'm busy working.
Yeah, bartending in there somewhere too. So yeah, if you ask on, you're too busy to throw away your money.
There you go.
I appreciate all your advice, and thank you, ESPN Madison, for having me the last year. It's been a blast. Learned a lot, grow a lot, and had a lot of laughs in between. So.
It's been longer than a year.
Well, if you count the internship.
Yes,
I
we
count
count
the
the
internship.
internships. Yeah, absolutely.
So then a year and a half.
Feels longer than that. But
Does.
okay.
Yes.
No, it was longer than that because I was on maternity leave when you were an intern with my first kid, and he's 2.5.
So I was on an intern, then I was gone for a year, then I came back. It's very weird
I'm just pressing you right
Remember,
now. But yes.
remember yesterday when Matt accidentally called Izzy Stricker Bobby, and he realized that it made him feel really old when he told the story?
I forgot that.
That's what I'm feeling for all of us right now, how old this is making us feel. Chrissy's like, no, I've only been here for a year and a half. Haven't you been here for 3?
Yeah,
no,
not me. I feel old.
Well, Jim, you're out of this.
But also Matt's
Molly,
Matt's got to come back into
now.
my world now, where Matt's now had the original where I wasn't alive when you told us when this happened to you.
Yeah.
So
That was
Matt's
tough.
crossed that Rubicon.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, it's a nasty one to cross. It cost him to. I actually blame that when I told the story why you put it in the water.
Yeah.
So,
That is absolutely why I put it in the water, and it's also why I cried myself to sleep last night.
It's not your fault.
Crying yourself to sleep.
Dimples.
Underrated, Chrissy. That's the last piece of advice as well. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Green Bay Packers training camp continues, but they did it without cornerback Nate Hobbs today after he underwent surgery with a minor knee procedure over the weekend. Per ESPN Packers reporter Rob Domofsky, Hobbs had preventative surgery for a partial meniscus scare. Head coach Matt LaFleur, speaking to the media this morning, also said that there's currently no timetable for Hobbs' return, though it's expected that he'll miss the remainder of the Packers preseason and training camp. Read more over at ESPN.com. Also stay up to date with all things green and gold, Packers training camp and preseason from Packers reporter Rob Domofsky right there as well. Then we're also the home of Brewers baseball right here in Madison. The Brewers extended their winning streak last night, 4 in a row after they won 3-1 over the Braves. Though there was a new update on Brewers outfielder Jackson Chourio and his right hamstring strain that is improving according to the Brewers. His estimated timeline to return is 2 to 4 weeks. Now the Brewers are back at it tonight, same time, same place in Atlanta. First pitch 6:15 p.m. Listen right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's
so
gonna
let me get
swing
this
on
right.
Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
Nice fluffy lie. Oh, it's gonna be a long day.
Matt, what do you got there?
Well, Bobby beat me on my shot, but
Bobby who?
Izzy beat me on my shot.
Izzy Stricker. Do you think she knows who you are?
Zero chance.
Did
Well,
you-
Maybe now.
Did you learn that you told a story about you being 13 and that was before she was even born?
Yeah, that hurt. I signed it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Just for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I appreciate that. Thanks for humoring me.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown. Primetime Laura Shine behind the glass. And Chrissy Birdsall has exited the Everlight Solar Studio for now.
Bye,
She's
buddy.
going down to
Hope
Florida.
you
She's
find
going to work
your
for the
dad.
Magic. I think the Magic are now unofficially a side team of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We want the Bucks to do well, but if Chrissy has a good experience working for the Magic, I think we're all good with that.
I like Paolo Banchero.
Thank you for finishing it, because otherwise, we're not a major NBA city, so you gotta have to. Yeah, I think given
It's
the
a
full.
Paolo.
I like
That's what I picture in my head.
of Madison Oil.
I mean, I was being Italian, not Spanish, but okay.
They're both love languages.
true.
I don't know where he was going with that, but all right.
I don't know. You and Ryan are just making me feel very uncomfortable
They
today.
both come from the same Latin
What
roots.
have I done to make you feel uncomfortable?
Just let's not even Jim.
Me? Not Matt?
No, Matt didn't make me uncomfortable. Well, Matt did when he got heated. But I'm just kidding. I'm not uncomfortable, you guys.
All right, let's
Not
get
at
to.
all.
Well, no. What do you think, Matt? It's gonna be just you and I for tomorrow, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then
we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
We'll see if Matt shows up. I'm
No,
just kidding.
no, that's
I'm
not-
kidding.
that's not fair to Matt.
I'm kidding.
he's got to get his dimples checked, and so
Yeah. What?
What?
got a physical.
What did you say? Let's get checked.
Dimples.
Oh,
Ryan? You should really put a little more emphasis on
on the
it.
D.
Yeah.
So it's actually a funny story. My youngest daughter.
Remember when
Like my
Jim's like,
doctor.
remember when Jim's like, I'm the one making you feel uncomfortable? And now he goes into another
So
story.
actually, I got a funny story here. So
Please do.
my oldest daughter, and we'll get to Molly's game, or my youngest daughter, they did like a stuffed animal exchange. I don't know if your kids have done this. It's a cute thing. They're like, all right, I'll watch your stuffed animal a few days. You watch mine, and you're like, and it's a I forgot what it is. It's like it's basically a groundhog sort of thing, but the name of it is Nibbles.
Nice.
And when Nola came, and she did this exchange when I was watching her on Saturday. So when my wife and my oldest got home, she's like, "Meet Nibbles," and my oldest Rose, she's like, "What is her name?" And now they always throughout the house, and she gets so mad, they'll be like Nibbles with a B, and like she gets so mad because initially they're like, "Did you say nipples?" And they're like, and she gets really upset if you call her Nipples. It's like it's Nibbles with a B, and she gets so it's like an easy way to trigger her. Now Nibbles has gone home today, or today's Tuesday. Yeah, so daycare was back open, so it went back with one of the daycare kids. So Nibbles has returned. But the Nibbles and Dimples, I could get it. So I'll work on my enunciation there, Matt Hamilton. All right, let's get to Molly's game.
All right, guys, so a little bit different Molly's game today before we get into it.
So
Sorry.
I was too.
So because this is our last show with all three of you together in one spot until September, as far as we know, we're going to do a little different version of Molly's game where Molly's going to participate, and I'm going to throw out some of the lines of some of the big tentpole Wisconsin sporting events that will be happening over the course of the next month. So, guys, let's get into today's edition of Molly's game, Primetime's game.
I'm the one? I'm the problem?
I am looking for Molly. Hi. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
I thought you were going to make your own open or something.
No, I wasn't. I'm not that good. I'm not that good with this stuff. But it is going back to Molly's game essentially during the maternity leave edition of Jim, Matt, and Molly. If you remember what that was like, I would be the one throwing out all the lines. So we're going to do that similarly today, guys. So as I said, it's the quote-unquote tentpole things that will be happening in Wisconsin sports over the course of the next month. So the first one, and the one we're most interested in right here on 100.5 ESPN, Brewers baseball, guys. The Brewers play 24 games between now and September 1st when we're all supposed to be back together. How many games will they win? What's going to be the record over that span? Molly, I'll start with you. 24 games. How many are the Brewers winning?
Well, they have a pretty, isn't the back half of their schedule pretty hard? I think that's what we determined a while ago. So
it's actually easier than it says it was hard, but after the trade deadline, it's actually.
Yeah, August is pretty light.
22 games?
24 games.
24. I'll say 15.
All right, so they go 15-9. Jim, what do you say?
15-9. I'll go with, that's a good number. I'll go with 14. Someone was telling me today, and I haven't confirmed this yet, that the Brewers are like winning at a clip that's around 70% since June, which is insanely unsustainable.
They're crazy. They're crazy hot right now.
And so that I feel like will come back down to earth. They're still gonna. If I'm betting now, they're winning the division, everything like that. But I think 14-10.
14-10. All right, Matt.
17-7.
Good math.
Okay, Matt.
Damn.
I think the Brewers are gonna go streaking.
They currently are. Hard to say that they're going to stop anytime soon.
All right. The data tells Matt something else.
Take that for data.
All right, guys. Well, other than that, we got Packers preseason continuing. So the final preseason game is August 23rd. Now, going over the course of training camp, they have 3 preseason games. Guys, I want to know, who's your pick for who will be the preseason darling for the Green Bay Packers? The guy who's going to be standing out. All the practice reports are going to be fluffing him up, and he's going to be the guy who stars in all these preseason games.
Sorry, continue.
Who do you think it'll be? Matt? I'll start with you now.
It's going to be Golden.
Matthew Golden?
Yeah.
He's not going to play a lot.
I actually agree with the Golden. Like, that's what I would have written down.
He's not going to play a lot, but he's going to play, and when he does get a catch, people are going to gush over it.
More than that, like, by all accounts, I don't think it's been perfect, but he's had a really good camp. I think that's already set him up, and you're going to be predisposed to wanting him to do well, and everyone's going to like him. So that's a really good one. That's actually the one that I was going to go with. So,
Jim, so do you want to stick with Golden, or do you want to do something different?
You know what? I'm going to go more outside the box, and this is more like a guy who like might barely make the team. I'm going to go with, and the first name just escaped me, but Brown, the safety from Family Night, who I think
Omar Brown.
Omar Brown, 3
Great
interceptions. And so I think he could.
Another one of your kids?
No.
He's older than Molly. How does that work?
He grew up so fast.
Actually, did you guys see real quick? There was an embryo from 1994 that was fertilized in 1994 that was just, I don't know how you put it.
Implanted?
But it was just born.
Yeah.
So, like, it's, like, wild.
So it's like a 20...
They saved
No,
it.
it's like a 31-year-old
baby
thing. Yeah.
She said thing.
I don't
I'm
know.
a 36-year-old baby, so I get that.
That's
It
fair.
was just, sorry, it was just a
That's
wild
crazy.
sort of, yeah.
Yeah, that embryo is probably still more mature than Matt Hamilton. Waking up at 11:15.
But that's one of the few times you actually can be real and be like, I feel like I'm older than my age. Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Molly, who's your preseason darling for the
I'm
Packers?
actually going to say Sean Clifford because I feel like that was
Oh.
something from last year that we kept hearing, could he take Jordan Love's job? I think this year it's going to be, could he take Malik Willis's job?
Sean
I think there
Clifford
will be
is
something with that.
30 years old?
I don't think he's that
No,
old.
I'm messing with you guys, but
He's about the same age as the embryo.
I think he's
I
older.
think him and
He's older than Jordan Love.
Ford. Jesus, 4-letter word, Love. They're both the same age. He's 27 years old.
I know, but it's just funny because he's been in
He
the league
was
like 2
in.
years.
He was at Penn State for about 50,000 years.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
he
is
was.
correct.
Yeah.
He was
Who
in.
was trying to make Sean? I know fans were trying to make Sean Clifford happen. Like, here's how insane.
People tried to make him happen last year.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I thought it was 2 years ago.
No, that was last
2
year.
years ago especially.
'Cause we
Last
didn't-
year, too.
Because, like, back to practice being dumb, like, there was a section of Packer
Yes.
fans who were like, Sean Clifford, like,
Yes.
looked great in practice.
Yeah.
That might have been other reasons why they liked him, but, like, they like to go with Sean Clifford.
Yes.
That was kind of a thing that people got behind a little bit.
Yeah.
That was a
They
thing.
like those white
correct.
uniforms at Penn State. They looked like he looked clean in
Those
those.
are cool uniforms.
And so, yeah,
Those
I think
are cool
maybe it
uniforms.
kind of made him look better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of his time at Penn State, he was in college so long ago that the Badgers were still good at football. But guys, in the meantime, since the time that you'll be gone or that the show will not be back together, the Badgers will have played their season opener on August 28th against Miami of Ohio. The Badgers are currently 17.5-point favorites. Guys, what's your score prediction for the Badgers season opener against the Redhawks of the MAC? Matt, I'll start with you. What's your score prediction for the Badgers season opener?
34-10.
34-10?
Is that what you're going to
I was
pick?
going to say 35-10. I'll change mine. It'll be closer. I'll say it'll be 28-10.
28-10, just covering the Badgers will.
Yeah.
Matt. Jim.
I'm trying to work some math here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Is this a sports center?
Hey,
Just kidding.
slow it down there.
I'll go with 30-10 then.
30-10. A lot of field goals for the Badgers in Jim's prediction. I'm expecting.
They're always way too close in these opening games.
I'd be fine with that. If they
I know,
went
there's
30 to
nothing
10.
wrong.
No, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like in the last 2-3 years,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been like ridiculously close.
I was having this conversation with some Badger fans today, and I was like, honestly, I will not fault a Badger fan at all if they start selling if the Badgers look bad the first 2 games. Like, if you're just like, I'm out. But if they look good, then I think we can get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of hopes up.
If who starts selling? What do you mean?
Like, being like, all right, I'm out on, like,
Oh.
if you were coming in being like, all right, I'm going to hold a little bit of hope, and then they win, like, 21-14, and then, 32 to, 22, and you're like, all right, this team isn't any good. Those are 2 crap teams, and those games are close. Then I get the pessimistic Molly.
Yep.
Crap.
If anything, 30-10, I'd feel pretty dang good about the kicker this year. Nathaniel Vakos, breakout year. Who
He's
knows?
back.
Oh, yeah, he's back. Everyone's got a 7th year now, Molly, don't you know?
COVID. You're right.
COVID, NIL, suing the government or the NCAA, whatever it is. It's it's hard to keep track of where these guys are at. I'm surprised Sean Clifford doesn't have eligibility at this point, to be honest.
Probably does.
He probably could. Maybe just go back.
He could use some more seasoning.
Yeah, he needs a little more experience. He needs another degree.
Yes, absolutely. Molly, tell us about Pato.
Yes. If you aren't making your bets over at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, you need to start right now. Their state-of-the-art venue has dozens of self-serving betting kiosks, seating for over 200 people, a first-class bar and restaurant, and a VIP deck. And they have a giant video wall that's over 2,000 square feet. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you I don't mean this in a mean way, but you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So
beautiful
no
dogs.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
She was sweet until she met jalapenos. Introducing Pizza Hut's new Spicy Hawaiian Lovers Pizza, part of the $12.99 Hut Lovers line from Pizza Hut. Get one of their 4 large topping-packed pizzas. Meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the new Spicy Hawaiian. Just $12.99 each for a limited time only. Head to one of their locations or order online on the Pizza Hut app before it's gone. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well, born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Clinky Cleaner CFO, Sean Young.
The local part is what's key for us. Madison is a local community, and that's what I look at with James Imaging. When I talk to our account rep, he's local.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and great people.
I'd say the people at James Imaging are the top of the line for us. They know us, we know them. They take the time to listen to us when we have questions. They make it easy.
And Sean Clinky Cleaners makes it easy for their customers too.
Yes, at Clinky's, we need to be the expert in the field. We want to make life easier for them, and that's what James Imaging does for us.
Sean, any advice for others?
I would say give James Imaging a call. They've been great to us.
James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
God knows I am
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Couldn't try me in a tri-state. Buddy pass, but I get him splashed till he hydrated. Bounce out, no he spook town.
I can just let this run. But we only have a few more minutes together. Jim, Matt, and Molly in the Everlight Solar Studio. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. We're taking you up to Brewers baseball here. Molly, you are headed on vacation, so you're going to need a lot of energy.
I will need a lot of energy, you guys. On Thursday, we are leaving later in the afternoon. I am taking, there's 7 of us total, so I'm going to need all the energy that I can get.
Can I ask, I don't want to give away your trip, where are you flying out of?
I'm flying out of Appleton. So it's a small airport.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
That's about an hour away from us, so it's kind of nice. Actually, it's very nice because it's quick, it's fast, it's small, it's all the things.
Direct, or do you have to stop then?
Ryan, what?
Appleton International Airport.
Appleton International Airport. I'm not sure where they fly internationally, but there you go. What'd you ask me if it was direct?
Yeah.
It is direct, thank goodness.
Wow.
Yes. So we're flying into Mesa, which is like the smaller airport in Phoenix too.
Yeah.
So like we don't have to mess with like Sky Harbor and all that
I might have
stuff.
to. I've been looking at like a spring break maybe. I might have to get some info on you after this trip to see how it went and where to go and all that.
I've flown on this airline many times. Like that is pretty much the only way that I go to Phoenix anymore.
Okay.
Unless like I get a cheap one from somewhere else. But if you need energy for your day-to-day life, you got to get some ZOA Energy. It's packed with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and it gives you a clean focus boost without the jitters. If you're looking for some ZOA for yourself, head over to zoaenergy.com to find where you can pick up some today.
All right, let's throw some stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
That was cooler than being cool. Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man. I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
Well, I call this show a big winner because our show was on on Unsportsmanlike earlier today, and we reacted to it. You can listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app. You can stream the show on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream as well. So I think we're a big winner there. And you could be a winner by going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. What I want to get to today is on the Carbos Talking text line. List is more. Ryan, the psychedelic advisor, chimed in saying, I cannot listen to KBN. They're so full of anger and fear. When you guys give me crap about being as Bears fans, at least I know you're having fun with it, talking about us. And here's one little issue. Why is Strofe in our talking text line?
I don't know.
Irrelevant.
Wait, what do you mean?
I saw
Because
that.
then Strofe replied. Get out of our talking text line, Alex Strofe. You know?
Well, it would make sense for them because they are on in Madison 2 to 4, so they would want both in talking.
But this is 403. Get out of our text.
He's lingering. He's
Get out.
lingering is what he
Get
is.
He got
Linger on
offended.
your fingers.
Yeah, he's lingering around.
You want to read the rest of it or
He's
no?
a lurker. He just replied back with the reasoning for it. The rest of the talking text line, Molly, I don't know if you want to read these or not, but they're mostly just mad at me, Matt. So
Yes. Jim should go work for ESPN Chicago is the gist of it.
Yeah.
thank you. Not I love
That is a
ESPN
compliment.
Madison, but like
Last Saturday, I had somebody's like, Jim's a real downer on Wisconsin sports teams. It's like, I think he's being he's real. He's not saying anything that's not factual. He's just, it's really negative. I get that.
Your point is a valid one,
well,
Jim.
look, here's the secret to the sauce is, for me, I would not listen to a show about my favorite team if everyone's throwing flowers and rainbows at that team. And so we have Matt Hamilton to throw out flowers and rainbows. We have Molly Brown to maybe just throw out rainbows, not always flowers. Like, Molly's not quite, she's more of a realistic Packers fan.
Thank you.
You're the optimistic Packers fan.
Such a... that's...
No, you're the my team can do no wrong Packers fan.
I'm
fan.
an optimist. You're
optimist.
I think you're plenty pessimistic about the Packers.
When I need to be pessimistic about them, yes. When they deserve flowers to be thrown at their feet, I'll gladly throw them. They don't deserve it all the time.
And I'm on the outside as people, again, get all on their feels. When I say, the Brewers are better than having to celebrate beating the Nationals by a bunch of runs, people get upset about that. I'm saying the Brewers are a great team. The Nationals are not the team you need to flex about.
So people just need to read
But then
between
they go,
the lines.
Well, it's a little bit too. Is like the Brewers are a really great team, but they'll come back down to earth.
Yeah,
but they will. They're 700.
I know you keep saying it, but it hasn't happened yet.
But I was in the ESPN Milwaukee office, and every fan I talked to would be like, "Well, this is obviously insane with how many games the Brewers are winning."
And who did they say was calling you out today?
Jesse Nelson.
Again, the whiner.
What did he say?
He's just clout chasing at this point because
because we've been on Unsportsmanlike.
I'm
so
like the
of
most
course he has
hated person on ESPN Wisconsin at this point, or always. But
True.
I'll say
You
this.
can't deny that. You're hated by some of your co-hosts. Not me.
Can I say this?
Please do.
You're all going to have to cry in your own Cheerios because I've been here since before ESPN Madison was ESPN Madison. I'm going to be here for a while. So thanks for listening. You got Molly Brown. You got Matt Hamilton.
Not this month, though.
To tell you all the good things. Well, you got one of them usually. And you get a break from all of us next week.
Yeah.
There you
Perfect.
go.
All right, this has been Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light. Well, I'll miss you guys.
Yeah, we'll miss you too,
We'll
Jim.
miss you.
All right, this has been Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light.
Hey,
See ya.
it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I